All right, let's just jump right in. Saving your first $100,000. I mean, it can feel like trying to climb Mount Everest, right? It seems almost impossible. But what if I told you it's not only possible, but it can happen way faster than you think if you just follow a specific system?
You know that feeling, don't you? You're working hard, you're trying to do all the right things, but at the end of the month, your bank account just looks sad. It's like you're paying for this premium service you never even signed up for. It's super common, but trust me, we can cancel that subscription for good.
The legendary investor Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's right-hand man, he absolutely nailed it. The first $100,000 is the hardest, and he knew it's the toughest because in the beginning, you are doing all the heavy lifting. But here's the secret. The thing they don't always tell you, once you get over this one hurdle, the entire game of building wealth changes.
Yeah, think about it like you're building a house with your bare hands, brick by painful brick. At the start, every single dollar that goes into your savings account has to come from your sweat, from your paycheck, from that side hustle. You're the entire construction crew. But then, once you hit that $100,000 mark, something truly magical starts to happen. Your money starts making its own money. The snowball starts rolling downhill by itself. I mean, a 10% return on $5,000 is nice, sure, but a 10% return on $100,000, that's an extra $10,000 a year you didn't have to clock in for. Your money just got a job.
So how do we get to that magic number faster? We start with the absolute easiest wins. We're talking about literally free money that, you won't believe it, most people are just leaving on the table.
Look at this. This shows you the instant power of something like a 401k. When you contribute, you're lowering the amount of money the government can tax. So, if you're in, say, a 22% tax bracket, every dollar you invest actually only costs you about 78 cents out of your pocket. The government is literally giving you a 22% discount to build your own wealth. It's a no-brainer. And you know what's even better than a discount? Free. If your job offers a 401k match, that is the single greatest return on your money that exists on planet Earth. A 50% match, for example, is a guaranteed 50% return on your investment instantly. There's nowhere else you can get that. Not taking the full match is basically like walking up to your boss and saying, you know what, I'd actually like a pay cut this year. Okay, next up we have to talk about the silent killer of wealth. It's this sneaky thing called lifestyle inflation. It's the #1 reason why people can double their income and somehow, still feel just as broke as they were before. And this is the trap, right? You get that big, well-deserved raise, and the first thought is, finally, I can get a nicer apartment, or I'm going to get that new car. And before you know it, all that new money is gone. You're making way more, but you're not saving a penny more. You're just running faster on the exact same financial hamster wheel.
So here's the incredibly simple but powerful fix. The very next time you get a raise or a bonus, take at least half of that new money and set up an automatic transfer straight into your investment account. Make it happen before you can even see it in your checking account. That way you guarantee that your wealth grows faster than your spending. It's that simple.
Okay, so we're saving more money. Awesome. Now, where do we put it? This is where a lot of people get freaked out. But the truth is, the smartest approach is usually the simplest one. And, maybe most importantly, the cheapest one.
Just look at this number, $250,000. That is roughly how much a tiny little 1% investment fee could cost you over 30 years compared to a fund with super low fees. A 1% fee sounds like nothing, right? But over time, it quietly eats away a massive chunk of your retirement. We're talking $250,000.
So the strategy is really straightforward. First, just use low-cost index funds that buy the whole market, like an S&P 500 fund. Second, make sure you automatically reinvest all your dividends. This turns your investment into a compounding machine. And third, and this is crucial, you have to stay invested. The data is shocking. If you just miss the 10 best days in the stock market over a 30-year period, your total returns can get cut almost in half. So don't try to time it.
And now for the single biggest lever you can pull. This is the one move that can free up more cash to invest than pretty much everything else combined. It's the real game changer.
Just think about it for a second. Pull up your bank statement in your head. Where does the biggest chunk of your money disappear to every single month, without fail?
For pretty much all of us, it's housing. It is a monster expense. It can easily gobble up 40, even 50% of your take-home pay. And when half your money is gone before you can even think about investing, it's like trying to run a marathon with weights tied to your ankles.
But this is where you have incredible power. Let's just look at the math. Living alone might cost you $2,000 a month.
But making a strategic choice for just a few years, like getting roommates to knock your rent down to $1,200, that frees up $800 a month. That $800, if you invest it, could grow to over $500,000 in 20 years. $500,000! All from optimizing that one single expense.
So you see, these aren't just a bunch of random tips. When you start to combine them, they create this powerful, interconnected system that basically makes building wealth an automatic process.
So let's recap the whole system. First, you grab all the free money from tax breaks and company matches. Second, you crush lifestyle inflation by automatically saving your raises. Third, you invest simply and consistently in low-cost funds. And fourth, you attack your biggest expense, usually housing, to free up the most cash possible. Each step makes the other steps even more powerful.
And when you put this system into motion, something inside you just clicks. Hitting that first $100,000 stops being this distant, hopeful dream. It becomes a predictable, inevitable outcome of the smart habits you've put in place. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. Look, the path is actually pretty simple, but it does mean making choices today that your future self will thank you for. Every single dollar you save and invest right now is literally a gift to the person you're going to be in 10, 20, 30 years. So the only real question left is, what gift are you going to give them today?